I am Miriam K., born August 14th, 1987, in Accra, Ghana, and I was raised inside covens that targeted praying believers while calling it spiritual balance. I am not sharing a theory or a lesson I heard. This is what I personally did, what I carried out in secret, and what now burns my conscience with regret and urgency. I was an ex-witch, an insider, assigned to watch dreams, manipulate destinies, and derail those who loved God until the truth shattered me. Like this video now, comment under it, and share it without delay, because what you are about to hear is prophetic, dangerous, and time-sensitive. You must watch until the very end, because hidden spiritual truths are being exposed, forbidden knowledge is surfacing, and a powerful awakening is unfolding right now. I need you to listen carefully, because dreams are not random. They are not imagination. They are not coincidence. When I was inside witchcraft, dreams were one of our most feared battlefields. Why? Because dreams bypass logic and enter destiny directly. We were trained to monitor believers who were about to experience financial elevation, not unbelievers. Believers, people who prayed, people who fasted, people who were dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. The first thing we checked was not their bank account, not their job, not their education. We checked their dreams. There is a specific dream that instantly triggered emergency meetings in the Khan. When this dream appeared, we knew wealth was approaching fast, and if we did not interfere, the person would outrun our reach. The first powerful dream that signals you are about to be rich is this. You dream of finding money unexpectedly. I am not talking about casually seeing money. I am talking about discovering it, hidden, buried, unexpected. Money in the ground, money in old bags, money in forgotten places. When someone dreamed this, alarms went off. Why? Because in the spirit realm, money found is not money earned. It is provision released by authority, not labor. It meant heaven was compensating for years of delay. It meant restoration was scheduled. It meant favor was overriding struggle. We knew this dream meant something had shifted. I remember a woman we monitored. She was a prayer warrior, quiet, consistent, ignored by people. She dreamed she was cleaning an old house and found bundles of cash hidden inside the walls. When that report came in, the atmosphere changed. Fear entered the room. Why? Because hidden wealth represents reserved blessing. It means what was stored for you can no longer be withheld. We immediately attempted dream pollution, but something blocked us. 3 months later, she received a business opportunity she never applied for. Within a year, her life changed completely. This is why I am warning you now. If you have been seeing money in dreams, especially money you did not work for, your season is changing. The second dream that terrified us was even more specific. You dream of receiving keys, not losing keys, receiving them, keys to houses, keys to cars, keys handed to you by someone you trust or don't recognize. In witchcraft, keys represent access, not permission, authority. When a believer received keys in a dream, it meant doors were opening that could not be relocked. I personally participated in assignments to steal keys from dreams. Yes, we entered dreams to retrieve spiritual access before manifestation occurred. But when keys were given by a figure of light, we failed. Every time, I watched men and women cry in our meetings because we knew what was coming. One man dreamed a stranger gave him 3 keys and said nothing, no explanation, no instruction. That silence was loud. Within months, he gained access to land, contracts, and financial favor that bypassed competition. If you are dreaming of keys being placed into your hands, hear me clearly. Your access has been approved. The third dream we feared was this. You dream of eating rich food or being invited to a feast. Not hunger dreams, celebration dreams. Food in the spirit represents supply. Rich food represents overflow. When believers dreamed of banquets, tables, or being served generously, we knew poverty had lost its grip. There was nothing we hated more than a believer being fed without struggle. Why? Because it meant their season of survival was ending, and their season of abundance had begun. We tried to introduce guilt, shame, fear of success. But once the feast appeared in a dream, the verdict was nearly sealed. Let me say this slowly. If you have dreamed of eating joyfully being served, or sitting at a table prepared for you, your financial atmosphere is shifting. The fourth dream shook us deeply. You dream of clean water flowing toward you. Not dirty water, not floods. Flowing, clean water. In the occult, water represents movement. Clean water represents unpolluted blessing. When this dream appeared, it meant finances would come without sorrow, without manipulation, without loss. We hated that. We preferred polluted wealth, money that came with pain, debt, loss. But clean water dreams meant divine provision was moving freely. I remember a young man who dreamed water flowed into his hands, and he drank without effort. We tried everything. Delays, confusion, fear. It didn't work. His business expanded internationally within 2 years. Dreams don't lie. They warn. They announce. And now I am warning you. If you are seeing these signs, do not ignore them. Do not dismiss them. Do not speak doubt. You are being prepared. But hear me clearly. With wealth comes warfare. That is why I am exposing this now before manifestation, not after. The kingdom of darkness does not fight what is already dead. It fights what is about to rise. And if these dreams are appearing, you are rising. This is only the beginning. I need you to stay alert, because not every wealth dream comes softly. Some come with shock, some come with fear, some come with sudden movement. When I was in witchcraft, there were dreams that made us panic instantly. No delays, no discussions, immediate counter-assignments. The fifth powerful dream that signals you are about to be rich is this. You dream of sudden travel or relocation, not planned travel, not vacation, sudden movement, unexpected departure, being told to move quickly. In the spirit realm, movement represents transition. Sudden movement represents acceleration. When a believer dreamed of relocation, it meant God was repositioning them for provision. We knew this meant their current environment could no longer contain what was coming. I remember a woman who dreamed she was rushing to catch a vehicle she didn't recognize. She was afraid in the dream, but she still moved. That fear did not cancel the blessing. It confirmed urgency. Within months, she relocated for what looked like a small opportunity. That move connected her to people who changed her financial destiny forever. This is why witches fear relocation dreams. Because once you move spiritually, chains lose their grip. If you have been dreaming of packing, leaving boarding vehicles, or moving suddenly, your next level is not where you are. The sixth dream was even more dangerous to us. You dream of receiving new clothes. Not old clothes. Not torn clothes. New, clean, fitting perfectly. In witchcraft, clothing represents identity and status. When a believer received new garments in a dream, it meant a status upgrade was approved. We understood this clearly. New clothes meant new honor, new authority, new financial capacity. There was a man who dreamed someone dressed him in a fine suit. He didn't ask for it. It was given. We tried to attack his confidence. We tried to introduce self-doubt. It failed. Within a year, he moved into leadership and income he never imagined. Hear me carefully. If you are dreaming of being dressed, upgraded, or clothed beautifully, your financial identity is changing. You are not staying at survival level. Now listen closely, because the seventh dream was the one that made senior witches angry. Not afraid, angry. The seventh powerful dream that signals you are about to be rich is this. You dream of light revealing hidden things. Light entering dark places. Light exposing rooms. Light opening doors. In witchcraft, darkness hides wealth. Light releases it. When believers dreamed of light uncovering things, it meant stolen blessings were being returned. We hated this dream because once light enters, manipulation ends. I remember assignments where we hid finances behind confusion, delays, false choices. But when light appeared in dreams, we knew retrieval was happening. One woman dreamed a room lit up and revealed documents and resources she didn't know existed. Within months, legal and financial breakthroughs followed. Light dreams mean clarity is coming, and clarity produces wealth. Now hear this warning. When these dreams increase, warfare also increases. That is why many believers wake up afraid, disturbed, confused. That fear is not from God, it is resistance. The enemy attacks before manifestation, not after. If you are dreaming intensely right now, it is not a coincidence. Your spirit is being prepared for increase. But you must protect your dreams. Do not share them with mockers. Do not dismiss them. Do not ignore patterns. Dreams are announcements. And when heaven announces, hell responds. This is why I am exposing this now, so you are not ignorant, so you are not afraid, so you stand firm. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are being positioned. And what is coming will shock those who underestimated you. Now listen to me with full attention, because this is where many believers get confused. They see the dreams, they feel the shift, but they misunderstand the pressure. When wealth is close, dreams often become intense. Not peaceful, not gentle, intense. Inside witchcraft, we call this pre-manifestation turbulence. The eighth pattern we watched for was not a single dream, but a sequence. And when it appeared, we knew money was at the door. This powerful sign is this. You dream of being tested, chased, or resisted, but you do not fall. You run, but you escape. You are attacked, but you survive. You are pressured, but you stand. These dreams are not about fear. They are about resistance failing. When a believer dreams of escape, it means traps are collapsing before activation. I personally entered dreams to plant fear before wealth arrived, because fear is the fastest way to abort increase. But when someone escaped in a dream, we knew authority was rising. I remember a man who dreamed he was chased through narrow paths but never caught. He woke up shaken, thinking something bad was coming. He was wrong. Within months, contracts came from unexpected directions. Opportunities that bypassed competition. Why? Because escape dreams mean preservation during promotion. Now hear this carefully. When wealth approaches, the enemy does not attack money first. He attacks courage, confidence, decision-making. That is why these dreams feel intense. The next dream pattern terrified us even more. You dream of building, planting, or creating something that grows quickly. Construction dreams, planting dreams, expansion dreams. In witchcraft, growth represents multiplication. When a believer dreamed of building houses, businesses, or planting seeds that grew fast, we knew increase was inevitable. We tried to delay growth. We tried to rot foundations. But when growth was rapid in a dream, it meant divine acceleration had overridden natural timing. There was a woman who dreamed she planted a seed and watched it become a tree in minutes. We panicked. Within a year, her small idea became a profitable venture that supported others. Hear me. If you are dreaming of building, expanding, or growing things effortlessly, you are stepping into multiplication, not just income. Now listen to this next one, because this is where many believers misinterpret things. You dream of confrontation with authority, but you are not destroyed. Arguments, standing before officials, facing powerful figures. These are not negative dreams. In the spirit realm, authority confrontation means recognition. When a believer dreamed of standing before kings, bosses, or powerful figures, it meant elevation was scheduled. We knew this meant influence was coming with wealth. That is why intimidation often increases before promotion. I watched believers shrink in fear after such dreams, and that fear delayed manifestation. Do not make that mistake. If you are dreaming of standing before authority, you are being prepared to handle influence. Wealth without influence is fragile, but wealth with authority is stable. Now hear this final truth in this point. When these dreams increase, your emotions may feel unstable, restless, alert, sensitive. That is not weakness. That is readiness. Inside witchcraft, we avoided emotionally alert believers because they sense traps early. Dreams sharpen perception, and perception protects wealth. You are not under attack because you are weak. You are being resisted because you are close, very close. What you are seeing at night is what your future is announcing. And now that you know this, you must stand firm, because the final point will reveal how to secure what is coming. Now listen to me very carefully, because this is the point where destinies are either secured or sabotaged. Everything I have exposed so far leads here. When wealth is announced through dreams, there is always a final phase. Inside witchcraft, we called it the sealing window. This is the period where increase is close enough to touch, but still vulnerable to delay if mishandled. The most dangerous dream we monitored was this. You dream of being entrusted with responsibility. Not money itself, responsibility. Managing resources, handling accounts, being trusted with something valuable. This dream told us everything, because in the spirit realm, wealth does not come first. Stewardship does. If heaven does not trust you, increase does not stay. I remember a believer who dreamed she was managing supplies for others. She woke up thinking it meant stress. She was wrong. Within months, she was entrusted with a financial role that became her breakthrough. Hear this clearly. If you are dreaming of responsibility increasing, your wealth is being secured, not delayed. The next dream made witches furious. You dream of rest after labor, sleeping peacefully, sitting calmly, feeling completion. In witchcraft, rest means warfare has ended in your favor. We hated rest dreams because rest means striving is over. When believers dreamed of peace after struggle, it meant debt cycles were closing. We tried to reintroduce anxiety, but peace blocked excess. If you are dreaming of calm after chaos, financial pressure is breaking. Now listen closely, because this next one is critical. You dream of inheritance or receiving something from elders. Not theft, transfer. Inheritance dreams mean delayed blessings are catching up. This is generational wealth activation. We knew when inheritance appeared in dreams, it meant curses had failed. If you see ancestors, elders, or authority figures transferring something to you, your lineage is shifting. This is why some of you feel different lately. Heavier, stronger. You are carrying more than survival now. Now hear this final exposure. When wealth is close, distraction increases. Not sin. Distraction, noise, confusion, overthinking. Inside witchcraft, distraction was our favorite weapon, because distracted believers miss sealing moments. This is why I am speaking with urgency. Guard your focus, guard your dreams, guard your words. Do not announce fear. Do not confess lack. We watched mouths more than hands, because words open doors. If these dreams are appearing, your responsibility is to stay aligned, pray, stay disciplined, stay alert. You are not chasing wealth. Wealth is responding to alignment. And now that you know the signs, ignorance can no longer delay you. This season is real. This shift is active. This breakthrough is close. You are standing at the edge of manifestation. Do not step back now. You have heard what many were never meant to hear, and you watched until the end because this message was meant for you. Comment now to confirm what has been revealed, and share this video because others must not remain blind to this moment. What was hidden is surfacing. What was delayed is accelerating. And what was resisted is now unstoppable. Your authority is restored. Your season has shifted. And your breakthrough is activated. Stand firm, stay aligned, and do not retreat. This victory is final. Share it. Comment boldly. And remember, watching until the end sealed what is already moving in your favor.